If you're between 70 and 85, there's a sleeping habit you might think is harmless, maybe even helpful, that could be quietly damaging your heart and brain. Millions of seniors do this every single night without realizing the danger. I'm not talking about sleep apnea or insomnia. I'm talking about something far more common that most people don't even consider a problem. But the research is clear, and it's alarming. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could literally save your life. The dangerous habit is sleeping more than 9 hours per night on a regular basis. I know what you're thinking. Wait, isn't sleep supposed to be good for you? Don't we need more sleep as we age? Here's the surprising truth. While getting enough sleep is crucial, regularly sleeping too much, especially more than 9 hours per night, is associated with serious health risks for seniors, particularly damage to your heart and brain. Multiple large-scale studies, including research from Harvard Medical School and the American Heart Association, have found that seniors who consistently sleep more than 9 hours have significantly higher rates of stroke, heart disease, cognitive decline, and even earlier death compared to those sleeping 7 to 8 hours. This isn't just correlation. Scientists are now understanding the mechanisms of why oversleeping is harmful. Let me explain what's happening in your body. Why oversleeping damages your heart. First, let's talk about your heart. When you sleep too much, several harmful things happen to your cardiovascular system. Your circulation slows down. Extended periods of lying still mean blood moves more sluggishly through your vessels, increasing the risk of blood clots. For seniors already at higher risk for stroke and deep vein thrombosis, this is particularly dangerous. Your blood pressure patterns get disrupted. Normally, blood pressure dips during sleep and rises when you wake. But excessive sleep disturbs this natural rhythm, leading to irregular blood pressure that strains your heart. Inflammation increases. Research shows that oversleeping triggers inflammatory markers in your blood, the same inflammation that contributes to heart disease, atherosclerosis, and stroke. A major study published in the European Heart Journal followed over 116,000 people and found that those sleeping more than 9 hours per night had a 41% higher risk of stroke and a 34% higher risk of cardiovascular disease compared to those sleeping 7 to 8 hours. Think about that. Just by sleeping too long, you're dramatically increasing your heart disease and stroke risk. Your metabolism gets disrupted. Oversleeping is linked to higher blood sugar levels and increased diabetes risk, which in turn damages your heart and blood vessels. The key understanding here is that your cardiovascular system needs the rhythm of activity and rest. Too much rest becomes harmful. Now let's talk about what oversleeping does to your brain. The research on this is particularly concerning for seniors worried about cognitive decline and dementia. A study from Boston University following nearly 2,500 people found that those who regularly slept more than 9 hours showed accelerated brain aging. Their brains were functioning as if they were several years older than their actual age. Here's what happens. Oversleeping is associated with decreased brain volume, particularly in areas critical for memory and thinking. Your brain literally shrinks faster when you oversleep regularly. Cognitive performance declines. Seniors who oversleep show worse performance on memory tests, problem-solving tasks, and processing speed compared to those with optimal sleep duration. The risk of dementia increases significantly. Multiple studies have found that consistently sleeping more than 9 hours increases Alzheimer's and dementia risk by 20–50%. That's a huge increase. Why does this happen? Scientists believe several mechanisms are at work. Oversleeping may indicate that your brain isn't getting quality restorative sleep, even though you're in bed longer. It disrupts your natural circadian rhythms, which are crucial for brain health and waste clearance. Your brain clears out toxic proteins during sleep, including beta amyloid, which is linked to Alzheimer's. But this process works best with optimal sleep duration, not excessive sleep. Too much sleep may actually impair this cleaning process. Oversleeping also often means less physical activity, less social engagement, and less mental stimulation during waking hours, all protective factors for brain health. So why do so many seniors fall into the oversleeping trap? Understanding this is important because sometimes oversleeping is actually a symptom of another problem that needs addressing. Common reasons include depression, which is underdiagnosed in seniors and often manifests as excessive sleep. Medications. Many common senior medications cause drowsiness and increased sleep time. Side effects from blood pressure meds, antihistamines, Antidepressants and pain medications can all contribute. Underlying health conditions like sleep apnea, which makes sleep less restorative so you feel you need more. Thyroid problems, particularly hypothyroidism. Chronic pain that makes staying in bed feel easier than getting up. Boredom and lack of purpose. When you don't have engaging activities or social connections, there's less reason to get out of bed. Social isolation. Without people or activities pulling you into the day, sleeping becomes the default. Sometimes seniors think, I'm retired. I deserve to sleep as much as I want, or my body must need it if I'm sleeping this much. But your body's signals can be misleading, especially when influenced by the factors above. So what's the right amount of sleep and how do you achieve it? The optimal sleep duration for seniors aged 70-85 is 7 to 8 hours per night. Not 6, not 10, 7 to 8. Here's how to avoid the oversleeping trap. Set a consistent wake-up time and stick to it even on weekends. Use an alarm if necessary. This is crucial. Your wake time actually matters more than your bedtime for regulating your sleep. Create a reason to get up. Schedule morning activities. Make breakfast plans with friends. Commit to a morning walk. Having purpose pulls you out of bed. Evaluate your medications with your doctor. If your medications are making you excessively drowsy, alternatives might be available. Get screened for sleep apnea if you snore, gasp during sleep, or wake up feeling unrefreshed despite long sleep. CPAP treatment can dramatically improve sleep quality, so you need less quantity. Address depression. If you're sleeping excessively and have lost interest in activities, talk to your doctor about depression screening and treatment. Increase daytime activity. Physical activity improves sleep quality and reduces the tendency to oversleep. Even gentle exercise helps. Maximize morning light exposure. Open curtains immediately upon waking. Spend time outside in the morning. Light is the most powerful regulator of your circadian rhythm. Avoid long naps. If you nap, keep it to 20-30 minutes in the early afternoon. Long or late naps make nighttime sleep worse and morning waking harder. Create accountability. Tell family members your wake-up time and ask them to call if you're not up. Join morning activities that expect your presence. Track your sleep for a week. Write down when you go to bed and when you wake up. Calculate total sleep time. If you're consistently over 9 hours, it's time to make changes. The bottom line: if you're 70-85 and regularly sleeping more than 9 hours, you're putting your heart and brain at serious risk. This isn't about feeling guilty for enjoying sleep. It's about understanding that sleep, like everything else in health, has an optimal range. Too little is harmful, but so is too much. 7 to 8 hours is your target. Quality matters more than quantity. And if you're oversleeping, investigate why and address the underlying cause. Your heart and brain will thank you. You'll likely feel more energetic, more engaged, and healthier overall. If this information surprised you or helped you understand your sleep differently, please give this video a thumbs up and share it. Many seniors have no idea that oversleeping is risky. Are you sleeping more than 9 hours regularly? What's keeping you in bed? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to Graceful Aging Guide for more science-backed health information that could change your life. Sleep well, but not too well.